Myleene Klass has recalled the shocking moment she was asked to strip by a director during an audition at his home. The radio host, 43, who rose to fame on Pop Stars, The Rivals as part of band Hearsay, told of her horror as the well-respected director instructed her to remove her dress while his wife bathed their children nearby. Sharing the incident during a chat on the Dirty Mother Pucka podcast, the mom of three told how she now makes a very loud noise about sexual harassments as she doesn't want her young daughters to go through the same thing. Discussing the ordeal with host Anna Whitehouse, Myleene explained, "I remember going into one of the worst auditions of my life and I thought I was really safe. It was at his house and he did this kind of role play. I was in the music college and he asked me to read the lines. And he then said, 'Take off your jacket,' that was the line, so I took off my imaginary jacket and handed it to him and he broke character and said, 'There's nothing in my hand,' and that is where, as any woman will know, you go ice cold." The star continued, "I took off my jacket and handed it to him. He said, 'Thank you. Now take off your dress.' And I went, well, whoa, whoa, whoa. I could see his wife bathing the kids." Myleene opted to not name the man who she says is a very well-known, well-respected director. Recalling another horrific experience, she went on, "Another guy said, 'You can't be Asian with tea like that.' He said, 'Come here and dance.' I looked for the exit again." Following on from her past experiences, Myleene feels she's now able to speak up about what she went through and makes a noise about sexual harassment for the sake of her daughters and other women. She added, "At the time, I would have crept out the door and felt horrific. Now I make a very loud noise about it because you will not put me in a position where my daughters will then have to follow suit, or any other woman who can't speak up for herself, or the 19-year-old me in the room." Noting she's now educating her three children to speak up when they're uncomfortable, Myleene continued, "I have a voice and I'm teaching my children to use their voice. No means no. If it feels uncomfortable, it's wrong. You don't have to wait for the justification of, 'I'm sure he was being really nice but,' or, 'maybe I misinterpreted it but,' or, 'maybe you came a little bit too close but.' I said, there is no but." Meanwhile, during the same interview, Myleene told how she found peace after her 4 heartbreaking miscarriages when she learned her lost baby's DNA is forever in her body. The former Hearsay singer revealed in October 2020 she had suffered 4 miscarriages before giving birth to her rainbow baby son Apollo, 2. And the musician opened up about how a doctor's words helped her with her grief during Heart's Dirty Mother Pucka podcast when they told her a baby fixes whatever needs to be fixed in your body. Myleene told host Anna Whitehouse, "I'll tell you something that's quite magical. Your body holds the DNA. I didn't know this. So when you become pregnant, there are cells in your body, that's how you know if you're carrying a boy or a girl now, because they do those newfangled tests. And your baby almost helps you when you fall pregnant. I break this down to my children, it fixes whatever needs to be fixed in your body. That's why you can feel very strong in pregnancy. It sends out all these little messages and helps with the organs, helps tweak whatever needs to be strengthened, and that DNA is left behind. So if you've carried a boy, it's in your DNA. They never leave you." Myleene's words moved host Anna to tears, with the presenter responding, "That is, I think, probably one of the most beautiful things I have ever learned. I think you think no one else understands that it is an inviable fetus, that you're told potentially at times to flush that bunch of cells down the toilet, which is the most inhumane funeral for a life that you have imagined. I don't think anyone has ever articulated in a way that you just have. What I felt has never left. Radio DJ Myleene, who, in addition to son Apollo, is mother to daughters Ava, 14, and Hero, 10, said she told her friends who have also had miscarriages what she had learned in a bid to comfort them. She went on, "They don't leave, and I've articulated it in the way I explained it to my children, but as soon as you fall pregnant, yeah, your cells are their cells, you help each other, and when I was told that, and it was a doctor that told it to me, and then I looked it up, I sent it to all my friends that have had miscarriages, it gave me loads of peace." Myleene spoke out on her miscarriages last year when she fronted a documentary on the matter for W magazine. She lifted the lid on her mental health battle following the ordeal, in which she experienced grief, trauma, sadness and fear. "I lost a lot of me," she admitted in the heart-wrenching film. "I couldn't talk about it for a year, I couldn't even say the word. It is one word, but it is grief, it is trauma, it is sadness, it is fear. There must be a reason people can't say it," she questioned. The reality star has encouraged others to speak about their pregnancy losses, in order to normalize the experience. "I've got my group of friends and you know they've been through the same, we literally passed that miscarriage baton," she said. "It is harder for me to find friends who have not had miscarriages now. The change I'd like to see being made is already being made. The fact that we are having these conversations, I couldn't even say the word miscarriage before. I've got my partner talking to his two mates around the table about this. I've had friends' husbands messaging me saying, I was so broken. But it is important. There are people taking their lives because of this. It can put pressure on relationships. The PTSD that some women suffer is the equivalent of a soldier returning from war." The star revealed that she holds family chats with her fiancé Simon Motson, 46, along with their daughters Ava and Hero while keeping things age-relevant for the children. She said, "I think it's important because these conversations are going on in my house, and I wanted to show that you're not reckless by bringing your children into this. The conversations I have with my children are very honest, not scary, because you talk about the pure biology. If you have been affected by this story, you can seek advice at www.miscarriageassociation.org. UK or by calling 01924 200 799.